Deadlock situations and non-negotiable variables are problematic. You will really have to rack your brain to come up with different schemes and scenarios that will allow you to open up negotiation with the other party again. In this lesson, we are going to talk about tips on how to open deals that are in an impasse. We are going to help you to think of different ways how to turn a non-negotiable deal into a negotiable one. Of course, first you have to understand the reason why variables are impossible to negotiate or why you didn't reach an agreement yet. It could be any of the following reasons. The other party is dead set on a fixed price, the other party has no desire to negotiate further, or the other party could just be employing a hardball tactic to measure how much you are willing to offer. What also could be a driver is that during the negotiation, the other party feels threatened and is therefore using the words non-negotiable as a way to avoid negotiating further. Now we know about the drivers, it's time we talk about how to turn an impossible deal into a possible one. But before we blame the others, take a look at ourselves for a moment. Sometimes a non-negotiable deal only becomes one because the problem lies within ourselves. We are often unable to turn an impossible deal around because of personal frustrations that have nothing to do with business. Although I would like to say that this never happened to me in my time as a negotiator, I must confess that personal frustration also blocked my deals more than once. According to negotiation expert Daniel Shapiro, this is called vertigo. That state of mind where a negotiator gets so emotionally consumed in a conflict that they can't see beyond the problem. And this happens to be true in many non-negotiable cases. So, how do you deal with so-called vertigo? Watch your emotions. Never let emotions get the best of you. There will be times when the other party will try to annoy you. They do this because they want you to stop. If you feel that your frustration is starting to get the better of you, it's time for a recess. Stand up, get out of the negotiation table for a while, have a smoke, drink some water, walk 10 paces out of the office and breathe. Do everything you can to get yourself relaxed again. There are many advantages to trying to shift a deadlock deal situation towards a win-win. You will always come in negotiation situations where the other person either doesn't wish to reach a win-win or doesn't realize it is in his best interest to achieve a deal. In these situations, it is necessary for you to open lines of communication and try to increase trust and cooperativeness. Sometimes conflicts escalate, the negotiation atmosphere becomes charged with anger and frustration, and all energy floats towards criticizing and blaming the other. This type of situation, many negotiators forget about their initial goals. Don't let this be you. It is not easy to shift this situation of a deal, but the following techniques might help you. The first is to reduce tension through humor. Let the other vent. Acknowledge the other's views, listen actively, make a small concession as a signal of good faith. The second is to change your communication style. Rephrase the other's comment to make sure you hear them, mirror the other's views, listen better. Search for ways to slice the larger issue into smaller pieces and depersonalize the conflict. This separates the issue from the people. You could also focus less on your position and more on a clear understanding of the other's needs and figure out ways to move towards them. Last but not least is to make a yesable proposal. Refine their demand, reformulate, repackage, sweeten the offer, emphasize the positives. Since we finished discussing how to turn around a non-negotiable variable into a negotiable one, it's time to think about what you can do if you're really dealing with a non-negotiable variable or deal and no movement from the other party is expected. Despite your efforts, there will always be deals that you can't turn around. The other party decided to not negotiate anymore. In this case, the only thing you can do is leave the negotiation table. Take some time to reflect on what you could have done that may potentially have turned things around. Don't linger around the negotiation table. Quickly just stand up, wish the other party good luck, and leave. In the case of a non-negotiable variable, leaving not only saves your reputation, but will always remind the other party that you do not like to waste time. In the next lesson, we will teach you how to do that.